On their third wedding anniversary, Lu Xiang, Shen Ning's husband, slipped an illegal aphrodisiac into her juice at a private restaurant. He also secretly arranged for homeless men to take her to a filthy basement in an urban village, intending to ruin her reputation. All of this was triggered by a tearful plea from his white moonlight Zhang Mianlai. Hey, Heng. I don't want to be the secret lover for the rest of my life. Staring at the glass of juice, Shen Anning smiled and swapped it with Lu Xiang's. He had bought the drugs and hired the men. Such a thoughtful plan would be a waste not to follow through. Later, Lu Xiang collapsed in a hospital bed and called the police in despair. But after checking the surveillance footage, the police looked at him with complicated expressions. Mr. Lu, evidence shows you arranged everything. The story began on the third anniversary. Lu Xiang, rarely dressed in a crisp black suit with immaculate cufflinks, held 90-9 red roses, seemingly sincere. But Shen Anning only glanced at the roses for 3 seconds. Their edges were blackened, leaves wilted and lifeless. The flower's decay mirrored her hollow, loveless marriage with Lu Xiang. Lu Xiang handed her the roses, his voice sickly sweet. Anning, you've worked hard these 3 years. Shen Anning almost choked on his fake concern. She had indeed suffered greatly, all because of him and Zhang Mian. In the first year of marriage, Zhang Mian returned from abroad, claiming she was heartbroken after a breakup and afraid of living alone. Lu Xiang immediately gave her a luxury penthouse near his company, ignoring Shen Anning's feelings. In the second year, Zhang Mian's business failed, leaving her heavily in debt. Lu Xiang hugged Shen Anning, pretending to pity Zhang Mian, then transferred 3 million yuan to her without hesitation. In the third year, Zhang Mian's cat lost a tuft of fur, and Lu Xiang rushed to her side overnight. When Shen Anning questioned him, he snapped. Shen Anning, how can you not tolerate a cat? Shen Anning laughed bitterly. Zhang Mian's cat ate imported canned food. While she survived on his empty promises, she couldn't tolerate the cat? Even the cat would call her a sister wronged if it understood. Halfway through dinner, the waiter brought 2 glasses of fresh orange juice. Lu Xiang pushed the left one to her. Your stomach is weak. Drink juice instead of alcohol. Shen Anning noticed his clenched fist. She knew him for 8 years. He always did this when lying. She stared at the bright orange juice, glistening with condensation. Lu Xiang's eyes were fixed on her, filled with nervousness, excitement, and malice. Shen Anning's heart turned cold. He wanted to harm her. Instead of arguing, she checked her phone. A private detective she'd hired had sent a message. Miss Shen, Lu Xiang bought an illegal aphrodisiac at the black market at 3 p.m. He also contacted for homeless men, arranging to meet at the basement of South Lane old building. Chat logs, transfer records, and surveillance screenshots are in your email. Shen Anning placed her phone face down. When Lu Xiang urged her to drink, she said calmly, "You would drink yours first." He took a small sip and smiled. Satisfied, Shen Anning smiled to his glass was safe, hers was not. She intentionally knocked over her napkin. As Lu Xiang bent to pick it up, she swiftly swapped the glasses. He handed her the napkin, looking condescending. Anning, let's talk today. Shen Anning sipped the safe juice. About what? Relax now that he thought she'd taken the drug, he said. Mian is struggling. She says she has no status. Shen Anning scoffed inwardly. Zhang Mian cried about being a secret lover but spent his money freely, with every transfer marked voluntary gift. I want to give her an explanation. Lu Xiang continued. Let's divorce. Shen Anning was not surprised. He could have asked directly, but he chose to drug her and ruin her because their prenuptial agreement stated the cheating party got nothing. Unwilling to lose his fortune, he planned to frame her as immoral, making himself the victim. Shen Anning pretended to be hurt, her eyes watering. Soon, the drug took effect. Lu Xiang grew hot, disoriented, and restless. Shen Anning called the police, submitting all evidence. The police arrived, sent Lu Xiang to the hospital, and checked surveillance. The homeless men confessed everything. When Lu Xiang woke up and realized they'd been exposed, he called the police in a frenzy. claiming he was framed. But the police said flatly, Mr. Liu, you bought the drugs and planned the attack. Liu Xiang was prosecuted for purchasing illegal drugs and organizing an assault. The board of LUS company fired him. His father cut off his funds, leaving him penniless in the hospital. He called and texted Shen Anning repeatedly, begging for forgiveness and help with an abusive nurse. She only replied to the nurse, "Pay more or keep her." 3 months later, Shen Anning went to LUS house for her belongings. He was in bed, flushed, struggling, while Nurse Xiao held him gently. Seeing Shen Anning, he reached out. "Anning, you okay?" She stepped back. "I'm just here for documents." "Zhang Maian left me," he said desperately. "Have nothing." Shen Anning nodded. "Good that you finally see reality." He begged, "Can we start over?" She looked at the sunny window and she had clung to the title Mrs. Liu, trying to prove her worth. Now she had money, a career, friends, and a new life. She said firmly no. Tears fell. "I'm sorry," Shen Anning replied. "Stay sorry. Don't bother me again." As she left, Nurse Xiao asked renew for next quarter. Shen Anning said, "Yes." Liu Xiang screamed her name in despair. Shen Anning paid the nurse and walked away without looking back. She renovated their old house. Dark gray walls became creamy white. His suits were replaced with her luggage, hiking shoes, and art supplies. She learned diving and opened a cafe with friends. On opening day, Zhang Maian arrived as a delivery rider, sweaty and embarrassed. Seeing Shen Anning, she paled. "You'll repay the money monthly," she mumbled. Shen Anning nodded. On time. Over coffee, a friend asked, "How's your ex?" "In a nursing home with Nurse Xiao," Shen Anning said. "And Zhang Maian?" "Working to repay debts." Her friend raised a glass. "And you?" Shen Anning looked at the bustling street outside, free and clear. "I'm living a good life. No Liu Xiang, no Zhang Maian. No forced generosity or unrequited love. Just me, free, clear-headed, and financially stable. This is better than any anniversary."